All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a little bit different format tonight. Um, First off, I want to welcome all of you Drangir and Shield Maidens to tonight's episode of Dropping the Hammer. Um, as it sits right now, I've got a lot of things going on, and this will be, excuse me, this will be a pre-recorded and posted later type podcast. So there won't be any comments going off. These will be posted later, but I'm recording this earlier in the day. I've got a lot of things to get done, and I'm just not going to be able to get down at 7 o'clock and be on the computer. Right now, I've got my van getting worked on at the mechanic. Um, Aside from the light and all that other stuff from the deer, what's happening now is just 20-year-old parts that are malfunctioning and going wrong. So right outside the firewall, I've got two heater hoses going to the heater core, basically, upper and lower, in and out, whatever you want to call it. But coming out of that part of the firewall, they attach to um, rubber hose, and then from there, the rubber hose is attached to an aluminum line. Right there where it's crimped on is failing. So, like I said, these are 20-year-old parts going wrong. So I've got a massive water leak. The water leak is right above the exhaust manifold. So when the engine gets to temperature, the water is hitting the exhaust manifold, causing massive amounts of smoke. Um, I'm breathing the smoke in through the vents, through the dash, stuff like that. This is not good. It's not safe, not healthy. So, it's one of those things I got to get fixed. I was hoping to get it worked on yesterday. Might have been finished today, but even the mechanics got irons in the fire, and I've got to work around him. So we're able to drop it off today. Um, so fingers crossed, we'll get it back very soon. But you know, that's what's going on right now with the land ship. All right. Um, I also now we get to play the game of am I going to pass out now? No, no. But I rung my bell. So excuse me. Um, I did get another uh, shipment, another package from Aura Bloom, the gemstone website that I've been talking about for a couple of months now. I know this isn't going to work too well with my ring light, but they sent me an abalone shell necklace. I'd known about abalone for a while, never something I was drawn to, but they're not going to be 100% with their gems and crystals, and that's the thing. They say, just give us feedback on how you feel. Well, I didn't want to give them a negative feedback, but I did give them a low rating on this one because abalone is just not. It's just not me. So I will read you the card, like I do with all of them. So it's a natural abalone shell necklace for compassion, confidence, emotional balance, and sensitivity. Abalone shell has many advantages. It carries energies of protection and emotional balance. It brings a natural shielding that blesses the person holding it with tranquility. Though it's soothing Through its soothing energy, abalone shell provides protection that fills the spirit with the confidence necessary to view situations from a new, more understanding point of view. Abalone shell also has a strong elemental bond with the earth and its healing capabilities. Abalone is closely connected to the vibrations of love, beauty, gentleness, caring, compassion, and peace. Most importantly, abalone shell emits most of its energy when in contact with skin. Therefore, we have designed a special necklace so that the abalone shell would work at its highest efficiency. I it's reading all those that doesn't even sound like me. We'll go back over it again. Um, Love, beauty, gentleness, caring, compassion, and peace. A couple of those, sure, but love, yeah, I try to show love for everybody and everything. Um, Beauty, I'm certainly not a beautiful person, but I know and can appreciate beauty. Gentleness, for the most part, I'm not too gentle. As name suggests, delicate with a hammer. It's kind of a oxymoron. Caring, compassion, and peace. I definitely care. I definitely have compassion, but I really don't know peace. So, that's just one of those things you got to deal with. Uh, I will say I am becoming more peaceful in my older age. I know I say older age, 41. You know, I also joke it's not the years, it's the mileage, just like Han Solo said, you know. Um, no, it wasn't Han Solo. It was Indiana Jones, but it's still Harrison Ford, that's all I could think of. But, I'm joking in one of my chat groups, you know. Um, Everybody calls me old. I'm not the oldest, but I'm definitely um, looked upon as an elder, and that's nice and disrespectful at the same time. I got gray in my beard, but you know, um, it happens. I wasn't I wasn't aware that this was gonna go on live. Uh, I thought this was gonna be a pre-record, so seeing the numbers go off right now is kind of weird. I thought this would be going at 7. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. That's what happened. But I guess whatever. We're doing this now. It's gonna be up at 7 on Rumble. I guess everything else is live now. Like I've said before, we're learning how to do this. Mm, man. Oh, this is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted. Okay. So I was trying to do a pre-record. I wasn't trying to do a live right now. I'm gonna have to learn how to do this. I was just trying to get on real quick and post this at 7, which I normally do. So again, I'll learn how to do this. Man, I I was up till almost 5 last night, up again at 8, so very little sleep. I'm frustrated, I'm uncomfortable, and I don't think it's due to lack of sleep. I don't know what it is. So I was just trying to get this out quickly. I was struggling with the topic, with everything today. Like I just couldn't. So I'm doing what I can, even when feels like I've got nothing. But I've at least got a couple things to talk about before I get off here. Um, I also want to talk about this TikTok group I joined, um, the Renegade Beard Club. Um, Now it started off being just a United States, but it's quickly grown international. There are a couple overseas members and prospects. But this group, this family on TikTok has shown me nothing but love. And um, I've joined their group. I'm a prospect. I have to work my way up to be a full member, but just just having a beard, just representing, manliness and stuff like that. That's all the beard club is. It's not for, you know, political stuff. It's just for men to appreciate being men. And on TikTok, when we have beard battles, it's the women that appreciate the beards. So we've got groups called Lumber Snacks and the Bearded Baddies. So the Bearded Baddies are all the ladies, and the Lumber Snacks are obviously us gentlemen. So um, I can't thank that group enough. They've shown me lots of love. I'm starting to make a little bit of money on TikTok. Again, I've not made a lot, but it is starting to stack up and it's starting to be noticeable when I start watching numbers. So thank you to all my RBC club, um, RBC guys. I shouldn't say club twice. It's kind of redundant, but again, the brain's not firing at 100% right now. Um, I do have two shows coming up this weekend on the 17th. I will be in Marshall for Point Break, and also the 24th, I will be in Silsbee. I don't know the name of that, but we'll talk about that after next week. So I do apologize. This was not the way I expected things to go down, but we're already getting responses. So people are already acknowledging I'm on, and I apologize. Like I said, this was supposed to go on at 7. That's my normal time, but I don't know how to push the right buttons. But please tune in next week. I'll have a better episode, better attitude. So be sure to hammer that like button, share this with your friends on all platforms. Follow me on all platforms. I am pushing Rumble the most, but just I see you. Post your comments. I see you, and I'll shout you out when I can. I thank everybody who has followed me this far. Please check out the Silver Lining merch. Please check out my W merch. Get yourself a 10% discount using Warhammer 10. It's the same discount on both. Warhammer 10, get you 10% off. So thank you, everybody. Tune in next week, and I'll see you next week. Good night.